have you been able to witness any of the bonding that is a part of this trip? Marco Sturm wanted it to be a bonding trip for the fellas. Have you been able to see any of that?
No, I mean that's really for the players. What they did was so the first day that we got down here, they had a team poker tournament that took place at one of the casinos here in town. And it wasn't just the players; it was the staff, it was some of the media relations people, and they scattered everybody onto those tables. So it wasn't like players at one, coaches at another, staff at one. Everybody was kind of mixed up, and everybody said it was a terrific time. I guess Victor Arvidsson was your winner in the
Mm,
poker tournament.
okay.
And then the players had a chance to do something away from the coaches and the staff, another player bonding event that they had. And then yesterday was back to practice, and I talked to David Pasternak. He's like, as much fun as we had, time to refocus.
Is the start that these guys have gotten off to surprising to you?
Um, a little bit. I think it's, part of it is the results, Craig, and I think part of it is how well Marco Sturm has gotten the guys to play that the way he wants to, the structure he's wanted to play with, the speed that he wants to play with, and how quickly as a group, remember there are a lot of new players and some new faces, and the way that the leadership is structured is a little bit different. So I think that what we've seen across these first four games has been maybe a little bit more encouraging, but I think part of that is that heading in, you didn't know exactly what to expect and how high the expectations were. I know that the Bruins felt like if their goaltending, if their defense, if their special teams came back online, that they could compete for a playoff spot. And that's certainly been the case here through four games. Now the test changes significantly. You've got a long trip. As far as the time change is concerned, you get the 3 hour time change you're going to have to deal with here tonight. And you've got 3 and 4 against some really good teams. And that last team in Utah may not be as established as Colorado and Vegas. You're going to see at the start, but they're going to be sitting and waiting for you. And that face-off is 2 hours prior to the game that the Bruins play in Denver.
Judd, when do we start to say, like, okay, because the Bruins have looked good these first couple of games, but when do we know, like, all right, is this for real? Is this who they really are? Like, when's that kind of point of the season where you would say, okay, this is where we will realize
It's a
what this,
playoff team.
yeah, like what this team is?
That's a really good question. When do we establish that? When do we know that? Um, I think for most teams, once you get toward, I would say early November, and